Welcome back, everybody. This is the Nice Guy from Walking Disasters, bringing you some more Pokemon OU String Battle. Today I have a battle against Kip, aka ColdPudding. He was in our Mario Kart live stream this morning, and I went for dinner and did some Pokemon live streaming. So I have 3 battles with him today, all of them OU. He built his teams pretty quickly, so yeah, let's see how well he does. So I'm on the bottom while he's on the top. I'm using the Walking Disasters because this is my Smurf account to train up my teams, test them out, make sure they're okay. So yeah, I did it on this account today. So doubled waterfall. I was predicting him to switch out. I get I think the crit on the waterfall there, and then I switch out into Venusaur because I knew that guy was gonna try to trap me. You know, with the Wobbuffet. But then I missed the Leech Seed, was annoying, so I go for another Leech Seed, because why not? And this guy either is going to use a flying move or a fighting move, so I switch out to Thundurus, but he just predicts that and uses Swords Dance. So yeah, I use the T-Wave as he gets off the Sky attack, because I wanted to cripple this guy's speed, because now he has Unburden and stuff. So now I'm faster and I go straight for the T-Bolts. Don't want to over-predict or anything. And I'm getting leftovers and Leech Seed damage back. Here I thought he was Scarf, so I decided to switch out, but apparently he was Specs. He told me later in the chat. So here comes the dreaded Wobbuffet. So I let Excadrill go down, and I summon a Azumarill. So Azumarill could easily one-shot it with a knockoff, and he decides not to save this guy. So yeah. So here comes you know, the Greninja. So I go out to Venusaur, which tanks Greninja unless he has extra sensory. So here I predict him to switch out to either Mawile. Yeah, Mawile, because I go for the HP Fire or stay in. So now I go for Leech Seed on his Umbreon. I hate Umbreon. You know, I hate all stall guys, you guys know that by now. So the Wish protects stalling Umbreon, which with probably Toxic with it. So I have 2 guys that are immune to Toxic. He does have Toxic because he did Toxic my Azumarill, I remember. So I go out into Azumarill as he goes out into his, you know, Mawile. He sets up the 7. I go straight for the Waterfall. I'm like, Azumarill has no more uses, except for hitting hard. But I decide to hit hard now, even though I could probably hit harder later. But you guys know what I mean. So just gonna use Waterfall a bunch of times as he decides to switch out into his Greninja, and I die to Toxic, which is no big deal. Here I decide to use Thunder Wave, because if I could cripple that Greninja, it'd help out my team a lot. And I decide to save Thundurus and go straight out into Venusaur as he goes for the Wish. Here I don't want him to healing up his Mawile, so I go for HP Fire. So a great prediction by me, his Mawile is dead. So here comes Greninja. I know I could take on at least one move, and he does carry the extra sensory. And he's most likely, no, he is Life Orb. Or else he, okay. Yeah, never mind. So now he has his Umbreon left, and this is Stallfest, guys. So I'm not gonna have you guys watch through. I kill him off with the Heatran after increasing my attack or special attack with Ancient Power, then getting a crit off one of my Lava Plumes while he's getting paralyzed. So that was that match. So yeah, second match we got. I'm using my main team as he has another you know, Wobbuffet. So I start with Conkeldurr because I could go straight for the knockoff on the Wobbuffet. And yeah, so here comes Skarmory. I know what Skarmonys like to do. They like to use moves. So I Mega Evolve here and go straight for the Flamethrower. No need to over-predict right now. And he decides to protect here as I go for the Solar Beam. And he survives. Because of Protect, you know. I guess he's getting out my move, so I go straight for another Solar Beam. No need to, you know, waste out Charizard. So I gotta waste out Charizard here versing this guy. So the Miracle one-shots Charizard. I'm like, oh shit. So no big deal. I go out to Conkeldurr and I could go straight for the knockoff, take him out, you know. So I'm up 1 Pokemon right now. So here comes the Swampert. This Swampert is actually banded, as I find out later, because he goes straight for Waterfall. Does quite a bit of damage here. I could have predicted he was banded just off the damage he did off the Rotom Wash. And here I go straight for the Will-O-Wisp, because 3 of his 4 guys would not appreciate the Will-O-Wisp. Here I go straight for the Hydro Pump, but of course I miss. You know, with my luck, guys, I will miss quite a bit. So yeah. So I Hydro Pump again and miss again. You know, good old. So the Whirlwind is now out, and I decide to go straight for the Icicle Crush, because if he wants to Whirlwind me again, I want to get some damage, but he decides to roost. And like I said, if he wants to Whirlwind me again, I would want to get some damage, so I just keep going for the Icicle Crashes, and flinches would be nice too, but you know. So he Whirlwinds me into Conkeldurr, and yeah, I predict him to be faster than me, so I go straight for Drain Punch, but he actually goes straight for the Whirlwind. So yeah, my Excadrill comes out, so here I needed to test out to see if my no speed investment Excadrill's faster, and yeah, he is. So Excadrill takes out Skarmory. So now I'm up to 2 Pokemon. And here comes his Hydreigon. He gets a crit on the Fire Blast. Mattered. I would probably be able to survive 2 and take him out with an Earthquake, or even get the rocks off the my side of the field. So Excadrill goes down, and his Yummy Hands is still alive. So I go out to Conkeldurr. Don't really want to take that much extra damage. I just go straight for the Mach Punch, if I remember correctly. Yep. And his Swampert's here. So here I decide to stay in and go straight for the Drain Punch. Get as much damage as possible, and yeah, so he doesn't. I knew he was banded, so gotta get out of there and go straight to Rotom Wash. And just in case he wasn't banded, you know, resist the Earthquake with Rotom Wash. So yeah, the Waterfall doesn't really hurt Rotom Wash that much. I go straight for the Hydro Pump. Luckily this time I hit, so yeah, not looking too bad. And here comes his Yummy Hands, and I decide to get out of there and go straight to Conkeldurr as he goes for the Draco Meteor, which crits. Crit matter there too, because I could have went for the Mach Punch and taken him out, so you know, no big deal right now. And I forgot that he'd Scarfed more specs, but he was Scarf. As you can see, I outspec my Scarf Mamoswine. So I go for the Icicle Crash, which it's okay. So the Mawile comes, and he goes straight for the Sucker Punch here. Let's see, Mega Mawile, Sucker Punch, yep, takes me out. So Mamoswine died. No big deal. Rotom Wash comes in, and I go straight for the Will-O-Wisp as he goes for the Sub. So lucky for me, he didn't Sword Stance there, because he could have gotten off another Sword Stance and then proceed to Sucker Punch for the win. But I Hydro Pump here as he goes for the Sword Stance now. It's kind of a little too late now, since my Rotom Wash, he's pretty much on a neutral base, and my Rotom Wash is defensive, so I could take that off. And luckily I hit the Hydro Pump, so win the second match there. And for our third match, whoops, sorry guys, yeah, I get a massive brain fart. I don't know why I stayed in. I knew he was gonna have the Mach Punch, so boom, Mach Punch, Weavel's dead. Here I go out into Excadrill, like, oh, I'm Scarf, I could take him. I'm like, oh crap, but he has Mach Punch. Excadrill dies. Yeah, he has a quick 2 Poke lead, so I go out to Zapdos and go straight for the Fire attack. I try to cancel, but it didn't cancel quick enough, so he gets the nice Flash Fire, and I go out to Landorus, you know, as he sets up the Stealth Rocks. It's not looking good for me. I go straight for the knockoff, predicting the Latios, because a lot of his guys is weak to Earthquake, so, and his only Earthquake resistance is this guy. So I don't want to take a hit, so I go to Chansey. Chansey takes hits all day. Surf, yeah, 9%. Not gonna damage Chansey. Psyshock, here I should have probably went for the Wish, but I went for the Seismic Toss just to get rid of it. And I was fearing the switch. Pretty much the whole time I'm fearing the switch of the Breloom, because the Breloom could still mess with my entire team. So the Stockpile comes, and I'm like, okay, you know, Toxic, no big deal. I could probably tank all your moves, as the Earthquake only does 22 damage, and I go, and the Wish comes true. So yeah, Chansey's looking good. Here comes the Scizor. I go straight for the Seismic Toss, because I'm, like I said, I'm fearing the Breloom. The Breloom comes in, it's really bad. So Landorus comes in, and this guy is Choice Banded. So yeah, just to let you guys know. So Superpower comes out, because Superpower would do the most damage against Chansey and probably one-shot it. I just go straight for the Earthquake, because I'm fearing the Breloom. You know, everything is just fearing the Breloom at this point right now. And Earthquake's my strongest attack on my guy. I'll knock off also, but go up Chansey. Chansey tanks this guy, no big deal. Scald, yeah, 5 damage, no big deal. Like I said, Earthquake me, 22 damage. I'll survive that, get a Wish up, survive the next attack. So if he really wanted to put the Breloom out into action, he should have done it when I was wishing. because I don't run the protect on this Chansey because I didn't want to be an annoying piece of crap. So yeah, I don't have soft boil or protect. And yeah, wish comes true, looking okay as he recovers up to, you know, he doesn't want to die by toxic here. I go straight for the silent toss, you know, fearing the Breloom. Always fearing the Breloom, guys. The toxic takes him out. Right now it's a kind of tied up match. Here comes the Breloom. I'm shooting myself, you know, afraid of the spore, so yeah, Zapdos takes the spore nicely. And yeah, now I'm fearing the Breloom still, so gotta get out of there, because fearing the Rock Tomb, because usually that's what they carry, but he carries the Stone Edge. Unlucky for him, he misses the Stone Edge. I'm sorry, dude. But I think it goes straight for the EQ. All of his guys are weak to EQ, and his, Scizor survives the EQ, so he's choice banded, and I don't want to take extra damage on my Landorus, so I send out the Zapdos. Zapdos takes a bullet punch nicely, and yeah, I think I pulled a double, or I stay in. I think no, here I stay in, which is not a good move because the Breloom comes in. And I'm fearing the Breloom, so I have to get out of there. And so Landorus is my only Breloom counter right here. Here comes the Stone Edge, and I'm kind of lucky he missed one of his Stone Edges, the first Stone Edge he did, because my Landorus would be pretty weak. So I go straight for the U-turn, predicting the Scizor to come back. But Manectric comes in, so the Mega Evolution is here. Chansey walls this guy. Look at that, 14 damage. Get up the Wish. Then I think I go straight for the Cyclone Attack because I'm fearing the Breloom, guys. No, I go for the He-Belt and get rid of the Spore, but I probably should have, been careful here. So he Volt switches. I think I Wish up, but I should have been fearing the Breloom. But yeah. So here comes the Heatran. The Will-O-Wisp is now here. I'm, natural cure. Once I switch out, the burn is gone. So the Wish is now entered the Chansey's bloodstream. I should have wished out here and then leave. Yeah. So I wish here. And, I can't do much damage to this guy, so I decide to get out. But I go out to Zapdos. Honestly, I should have went out to my own Heatran. So Zapdos dies and the wish does not come true. So now I go out to Landorus and I gotta use Earthquake. It's the only move. But he predicts that and uses Protect. So yeah, it's not a big deal because I get a bit of leftovers. And if he wants to save his guy, he has to get out of there. So yeah, he switches out to Manectric thinking it's his most useless Pokemon. I agree with him. So the Manectric is now dead. The only good thing Manectric would be used for is to take out Landorus. And here, I was not expecting this Bullet Punch to kill me, but like I said, he's banded. So that puts me left with Chansey and Heatran. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm shitting myself. Since he's choice banded, he has to get the hell out of there. So I go for the Earth Power, because the Heatran is going to come in. So this Heatran is not Assault Vest, it just ate up that Earth Power like it was nothing. So he doesn't carry the Earth Power, so yeah. Lucky for me, I could take him down. So Curry is dead. And my Heatran's at max HP. Here comes the Scizor. Luckily, my Heatran outspeeds. I run enough speed EVs, I guess, to outspeed a Scizor. I didn't know about that. And he gets a crit Mach Punch. And I survive. I was like, oh shit, son. And Heatran is left alive. So I think if he would have spored my Heatran, but I'm not sure what the EV spreads are. I'm not sure if Heatran's faster or not. Because my Heatran is max special defense, and I think a bit of speed EVs to outspeed Mawile. I think Adamant Mawile, and yeah. So those are the matches. Thank you, Kip, ColdPudding, for the battles. And don't forget to rate, comment, and sub. And thank